call me Tip. This is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIP. Channel 2, community coverage you can count on.
Paperwork to show them. And when y'all leave about their motherfucker, leave let them know that the paperwork was present. And if they wasn't here, they shouldn't be saying a motherfucking thing about the cane. You hear me? I've been waiting on one special invited guest to show up, and he ain't showed up yet. But it was somebody who had something to say about me and had to question my, disposition of some of my cases. But he ain't here to see my paperwork. And I just don't like for a get fly, then get shot. You hear me? I'm right here in the center. You hear me? So come on, if you got something to say about me. If you think it is when it ain't, but one way to clear it up. Pull on up. Let me show you what you're looking for. I want to see who want to see it. You hear me?
Okay, so academics, all right, he done posted TIP, Mr. T.I., he done posted his paperwork, all right? Basically trying to state that he is not a snitch. He ain't no rat. I don't know where y'all even getting this from. It was from the podcast that you did, T.I. He states that all of it was fabricated and it was, it was sarcasm. Okay, the end of it, I believe, was sarcasm. When you said, I talked to my cousin, and your cousin is dead. But that first part, when you said, my lawyer came to me and was like, Toot is dead. So we might as well, we may just have to put these charges on Toot. You know what I'm saying? I can make it all go away. When you said your lawyer said that, I don't think that was a lie. Where's the sarcasm in that? Where's the sarcasm in that? So I honestly believe that the lawyer did insinuate, or they had that conversation. You didn't just all of a sudden just think of that while you're doing this podcast just to say that. And I think that's what people is overlooking. So it's the fact that you thought about it, my nigga. You thought about putting the crime on your dead cousin. So this is order on motion to suppress. What is motion to suppress? Because I gotta look up and see what that is. I'm finna tell y'all in a minute what I'm doing. Because a lot of y'all surface level ass people, and then it's like some of y'all is the T.I. fans, so it's like you just want like the quick scapegoat and just be like done with it. Like he showed his paperwork and that's it. But it's like, nah, for me it has to make sense. It has to make sense. And right now it ain't making no goddamn sense that he ended up telling this story, volunteering this story. You weren't even asked. And you claim that the whole story was sarcasm. I think parts of the story was sarcasm. It's just hard for me. I don't think that the whole story was sarcasm. I do believe that first part, what you said, T.I., when you said your lawyer came to you and was like, Toot dead, man, I can make all this go away. We put it on Toot. And I think you thought about it. And I think you would have did it. But I'm finna tell y'all why. So what does order of motion to suppress, what does that mean? Let's look and see. All right, motion to suppress. A motion to suppress is a request by the defendant that the judge excludes certain evidence from trial. The Fourth Amendment to the Constitution protects citizens from unreasonable search and seizure, and motions to suppress are the key resources to protecting this right. So right here, down here, all right, motion to suppress. A motion to suppress is a motion that revolves around the exclusion of evidence from trial. Okay? So what happened was, the reason why T.I. didn't snitch is because it didn't go that far. Okay? It didn't go that far. And T.I. is very charming and he's very manipulative and all. You people are just falling for it. He's doing the same thing that he's been doing to Tiny all these years. Now I see. Because I used to be like, Tiny, how you gonna keep letting this dude just dog you out, and then you just, it's like you don't, it's like grow a backbone. This nigga keep embarrassing you out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying, with the Bernices and that, you know what I'm saying, the side chicks, and come on, man. So now I see T.I. is charming, and he is extremely manipulative, okay? This dude that went out, I have never seen a person go to the extreme to prove that they are not a snitch. All right? Like this dude had a little paperwork party and was telling people to pull up, and Boosie ain't show up to that shit. Boosie went to his motherfucking game because, you know, Boosie most likely understands the head games, the games, period, that T.I. is playing. It just be hard for me to understand, you know, the academics of the world, you know? Academics, he run his mouth, talk about and decipher and break down stuff all day. But you don't know what the motion to suppress is? That's why you didn't snitch on the cousin. Because it didn't go that far. But that nigga done did Crime Stopper videos. So the fact that he would do a Crime Stopper videos, yeah, you guys, you know, if you got any tips, you know, call Crime Stoppers, you know. Just give all the police, you know, let's take these guys down, you know. If you got any tips, call in, you know. He did the whole thing. If you doing Crime Stoppers, come on now. You a whole gangsta out here supposedly, allegedly doing Crime Stoppers. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can be a fool sometimes, but I ain't that much of a fool. You know, I could be a fool, but I ain't that fool. I might look like a fool, but I ain't, you know. I am hard to fool. You know, because unless I want to be fooled, you know, there have been situations where I wanted to be fooled because maybe I was getting something from the fool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like T.I. Come on, man. You know, the thing did not go that far. So because it didn't go that far, my brother, you ain't have to snitch. That's pretty much what it is. Because I'm thinking to myself, I said, okay, T.I. didn't snitch. T.I. gave up his paperwork. You know what I'm saying? How much time did T.I. do for not snitching? You know? I don't quite have that information. But how much time, from what I'm looking at, this emotion to suppressing, you know, to drop evidence and stuff like that, I'm thinking the case got dropped. So it's like, how much time did you do? How long did you ride? You know what I'm saying? For not snitching. How long? Your ass ain't do no motherfucking time. The shit didn't go that far. So now it's like, here go my paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no snitch. I ain't no rat. And you right. You ain't no snitch and you ain't no rat because it didn't go that far for you to be a rat. My nigga, that's what it is. It didn't go that far for him to be a rat. You know? It didn't go that far for him to be a rat. And that's what I think people are not seeing. And that's why he's so into his feelings about this. Because, dude, you're doing the most. That one thing Boosie is right about, you know, T.I. likes to talk. T.I.'s a talker, man. The dude likes to talk. He like to run his mouth. So ain't no freaking way, you know, you about to get caught up and you ain't gonna say nothing. And you just gonna do some time. You know, not saying that you haven't done time before. We know when you got caught up in your little gun charges and all this other stuff, or whatever. But it's like, at the end of the day, if anybody wants to question about anything with T.I. and snitching and anything, okay, the Crime Stoppers is real questionable. I'm just going to say that. The Crime Stoppers is real questionable because I know some of y'all can take this and try to debate it. But that's what I'm seeing. It's like, you got caught up running your mouth with that story. You was telling stuff in that story that you shouldn't have been telling. Yeah, you know, my lawyer came to me and my lawyer was like, hey, man, Toot dead, man. You know, I can make all of this go away. if you put it on him. I think you and your lawyer did have that conversation. I think y'all had that conversation. The only sarcasm in that was when you said, yeah, so I went and talked to my dead cousin. That was the sarcasm when it came in right there. Yeah. And then Boosie didn't say you was a rat. Vlad said, well, do you think T.I. pretty much did that? And Boosie said, well, if he did, then he's a rat too. You know what I'm saying? And he said, but honestly, I think this nigga lied, man. You know, that's pretty much what Boosie said. But everybody, for whatever reason, they're just running with the fact that, oh, Boosie said T.I. is a rat. No, Boosie said if he did that, if you did what Birdman brother did, he was like, you a rat too. Because that's what Vlad was insinuating. He a rat too. I heard too after T.I. You know, after Boosie was talking about T.I. He said he's a rat too if he did that. But I really think he lied. But it's like everybody, for whatever reason, is still stuck on that. Boosie said he a rat. Boosie said he a rat. Boosie said he a rat. It's like we be picking and choosing. I guess people pick and choose words of what you say. You know, that's what people do. People like the trolls. They like to pick and choose words that you say. And T.I. is a troll because that's what he's doing right now. That's why he do this paperwork party. And then he keeps saying, yeah, you keep calling me a rat. When you call niggas a rat, this, that, and the third, and all this other stuff, you know, you got to see him. What happens when you call a nigga a rat and then you find out he ain't a rat? You know what I'm saying? Like, T.I. right now, he feeling some type of way. He trying to, you know, show that he's still hard and he a street nigga and all this other bullshit. I mean, most people would consider Crime Stoppers as snitching. Like, you doing damn Crime Stoppers, you helping the fucking police. Like, hey, if anybody commits a crime, you guys come on down, man, and let us know. Crime Stoppers, you know, like. But that's what that was just my question, though. That was just my question. Like, I love T.I. I love Boosie. I like both of their music. I love Boosie more than T.I. Boosie is like one of my favorite rappers because, you know, he gets real deep in some of his songs and I just can relate. I don't know if that's because that's my Scorpio brother or whatever, but, you know, Boosie's been my favorite for years now. And, but I do like T.I. music. I don't think there's not one T.I. song that I don't like. Along with Boosie. So y'all need to just go ahead and just drop the album, man, because y'all could be just doing this foolery shit. You know, I honestly think it's real. But, and I think T.I. just is overly dramatic. He's just starting to be just overly dramatic. The man was asked the question. He answered the questions, you know, and I guess that is what it is, you know. You know, the people on the internet is the ones that saw the video and started sending all the crap to Boosie phone and everybody started just coming down on you. Boosie didn't post the video. Like, he didn't post it. He didn't just start slandering your name. He just started responding to all the backlash that he was getting after the video came out. And he's associated with you right now. So it's like, wait a minute. Let me take a couple of steps back and figure this shit out, you know. But it's like you pretty much just say the junk straight up. And half of it does sound like sarcasm. That's what I said. Like, once it gets to the part where it's like I talked to my dead cousin, it's like, wait a minute. Because I kept saying, like, why does he keep saying he talked to his dead cousin? But when he said my lawyer came to me, what part of that, where's the sarcasm in that? Break that down. Like, you need to break that story down. And where is the sarcasm? You doing all this extra shit, parties and all this other bullshit. You could have just sat at home for like, you know, 10 minutes and just broke it down and just explained that story instead of saying like, oh, it was just all sarcasm, because it wasn't all fucking sarcasm. And at the end of the day, the reason why you didn't put them charges on your goddamn cousin, because you know that you was thinking about it and you know that after your lawyer insinuated it, you were, I do think that you were considering doing it, but you didn't have to because the evidence was dropped. And that's pretty much my take on it and what I think, you guys, you know. But if anybody else got anything else that they want to say, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And peace and blessings till next time, y'all.
I wish Chip the best, man. I wish him the best, man. He probably upset, but, you know, I wish him the best.